started as friends. It helped us a lot in terms of like knowing the other
Because
person
I got to know her
first.
for a year before we even started dating.
Yeah, so it gave us that
starting point.
you know,
We
to get to know one another and then have fun and
understand each other's struggles.
Yeah.
Not now. In the beginning.
In the beginning, it was more of because our first time in having in a relationship where it's not in the same race, not in the same culture.
You're kind of cautious of the other person's feeling. Because you don't want to say something what's taken out of context.
So you're kind of like careful. That's the word. But getting into a relationship where it's a totally different culture, if I have an issue on that, no, I don't have an issue with that. But was it expected? No. Both of us never really thought that we're going to end up with somebody who's like outside of our, race and culture. When it comes to Canadian culture, it's not very far from the Filipino culture. The values that we believe in, the faith, they're actually pretty much similar.
I would say the Filipinos are more strict on how they perceive religion and stuff like that, where Canadians were more not as strict.
Not as a very religious, traditional Filipino, but we share like pretty much the same values, the same faith, the same ways on how we want our family to be like in raising kids and raising
a lot of similarities.
A lot of similarities.
Language very big, because I would make comments what would be taken out of context, and she get mad, and then I have to come back and explain it all. It's
just how you relay the message to the other person. But as years go by, like you learn how to
read the looks, understand
the gestures, the body language, things like that.
You come to an understanding where the barriers deteriorate after a period of time. My family has element of racism within them. Racism is bred into you, meaning it's passed down from generation to generation. But to watch my family change and come to understand my relationship with her has been great improvement for my family and me. So there's been benefits for the differences. And when I met Sherry's family, I was greeted with open arms. I was blessed in both ways.
Being in an intercultural relationship, it's more of a challenge because it's not only knowing the person, it's also knowing
the culture,
the background of the person, personality of the person, understanding, like, it's a whole lot of process. It's a whole lot of work put in, to make it work. It's
a lot of compromise.
Yeah. You need to have the communication open. Because if we weren't like
patient,
patient,
more than anything.
You really gotta put on a lot of patience, to get to know the other person. I'm a Filipina, came with,
from the Philippines.
Yeah, from the Philippines.
There is different challenges for sure. As far as the parents' differences, I say she's more strict. Like when I talk, I only say it once. When she talks, there's force behind it. I'm more lenient to where I'll say it once and he'll do it for me.
Like when
she has to battle sometimes.
Like they can ask for a deal.
Yeah.
But with me, if I say no, that's it. He learns a lot of languages. Second, like he would learn a about different
A
cultures, like
strong religious
you know,
background with the Filipino.
yeah, the faith, that
That's
he
strong.
has. So it's strong. It's like enjoying both worlds, two different worlds. Like when he's in school, he's learning the Canadian culture, the English, French, and everything else. But when he's in the house, pretty much Filipino, Filipino.
From the
The
food,
from
the
the food,
language.
the language, I try to talk to them in Tagalog. I try to involve Cypher in Tagalog.
And I think that's also why we try to get back every couple of years to the
in
Philippines.
Just so they
He
will,
knows family, culture,
yeah,
the way things are.
we share the same values. Trying to have our children know our roots, know the roots of being a Canadian, being a Filipino. We try to let them share it with them. So it's also nice to be in a country where they embrace not
Different
just
cultures.
not just the Canadian culture. It's flattering to know that it's not just him who is supporting my culture, but also
The
the
school
school, the
also is.
community,
Right.
the country, and always communicate,
That's.
understand the person, have a lot of patience, respect.
I think patience and knowing when to take time out when there are situations what arises where you don't always know what to say. Like you need to take that time out to think about what's going to happen.
How to say it,
Yeah.
when
Patience.
to say it.
I think patience is the biggest thing. I think when there's that much of a cultural difference, patience is the biggest asset you have in an interracial relationship because it's always different from culture to culture. Even growing old together, there's going to be different things what goes on in our lives what are different from how they are back home.